pushing for Life Smize too.
She is, currently. When was this? This was 2000 something or 1999? So this was nearly 16 years ago. And Tyra Banks is pushing for it because she's got a lot of free time now.
There's so much left untold in the life-size world, so I really need to see what happened after the stupid doll comes back again. Life Smize 2, the plot leading.
It's a gritty reboot.
Dang.
Eve went down a dark path.
This photo shoot is inspired by Life Size, the movie.
Oh my god, like that was like my favorite movie.
When's Life Size 2 coming out?
In her new movie, Life Size 2, A Christmas Eve, please welcome Tyra Banks!
The day of reckoning is here. The day of Life Size 2 has finally come upon us. Tyra has blessed us with Life Size 2. Life harder.
Life Smize.
What the hell is schmize?
Smize is smiling with your eyes.
Lord, something's tired and did it again.
Yes, folks, 20-some years in the making. Finally, we have Life Size 2, the sequel to the Disney movie starring Lindsay Lohan and Tyra Banks.
It's me, Eve, your doll. And I'm your special friend.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, this is bad, very bad. This is the most bad.
Tyra's teased it for years, and now she's produced it just for us. Just for us Ty fans. We're boochin' and toochin' and lootin' and bootin' and all that. Lindsay Lohan is not in this, though you might be fooled by a very, very clever cameo they've thrown in here.
That one's for you, Casey.
The main character that we're focusing on in Life Size 2 is Grace, who is the CEO of the company that created the Eve dolls. Her mom was the one who created it, and then she was sent to jail, and so now she's got to take over the company, and everything's going to hell.
Why do they always use that picture? I literally have so many better ones.
La, la,
Oh, wow, very mature.
The company's gonna stop producing the Eve dolls because they want to focus on video game apps?
I suggest we discontinue some of our old inventory to free up funds needed for the video game apps.
I don't want a doll. I want something with microchips.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't believe that a company is discontinuing and underselling product. What madness is this? What capitalism bullshit? What's happening to our world?
Can't believe you voted to discontinue Eve so quickly.
What? No, you can't discontinue Eve.
Butler told me about the vote to discontinue the Eve doll. What's up with that?
And on the drive home, from the very meeting where they decide that they're gonna do this, she finds a store that has a sign that says all Eves must go. It's very, very quick to implement this. But you can't discontinue Eve. If you wish on her, all of your dreams will come true. They even have a Christmas Eve doll. Eve died for our sins. Don't you know that?
I could ask Eve for help. I could make a wish and like magic, it would be all right.
Is it true that if you ask your Eve doll for help with something, she can magically make everything all right?
Eve is the best doll to ever be created in the history of dolls. Period.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Is she real?
What's so special about you anyway?
Meanwhile, this evil CEO is trying to kick her out of the company, but she's got a good CEO on her back who's having none of this. Yes, folks, we finally found the one honest generic white guy CEO, and that's because he's gay. So Grace is kind of having like a crisis here. She doesn't know if she should continue this company and her mom's legacy. Her life's kind of falling apart. They kind of hint that she's an alcoholic. Things aren't going great. So she finds an old Eve doll that she had and gets some inspiration and you know, she wonders if maybe Eve can give her the answer she needs. Well, luckily, the neighbor girl just happens to find the Book of the Dead in her mom's belongings. So, apparently Lindsay Lohan sent this to the CEO of the company with a picture of herself saying, hey, maybe this can help other kids, because I raised your doll from the dead. I brought it to life. And she kept it. She kept it all these years. Why? What's this? The Book of the Dead? Grace just needs to believe in a little bit of magic. So, in order to prove to this little girl that magic doesn't exist, they get together and cast a spell from the Book of the Dead to bring her doll to life.
We're both old enough now to know that magic isn't real.
Turns out magic doesn't work after all.
We'll hold a seance.
Tiger's coming.
Oh my god.
Anyone who's seen the original life-size knows that this doesn't work and the credits start rolling. So Grace wakes up with Eve in her bed, and she thinks that she's just some, like, crazy super fan that she slept with during a drunken blackout. And thus brings us to the Eve portion of the movie. Eve is back and better than ever.
Can I call you a car?
You can call me Eve. Tyra's acting got worse, but she is super feeling it. Like, I mean, I know she's a doll that's magically brought to life, but she didn't do this in the first one. Like, this is less like a doll and more like just like a big weirdo. Just a big old weirdo.
Breakfast and lunch. Brunch. Wake up and pee!
But maybe it's because she's a different Eve. She's not the Eve from the first movie. She is specifically the Eve that Grace owned. She's got like a different serial number. But she knows the Eve from the first movie because apparently all the Eves live together in some sort of Eve purgatory where like the Eve from the first movie sends out other Eves on missions. But like, I mean, like, how do they make people cast spells to do this, though? Like, otherwise, like, what are they accomplishing?
Eve also implied before she turned back into a doll, like, she's gonna take her new knowledge back with her.
Yeah,
like,
so
that's gonna save the toy line.
Like, is this implying the dolls are sentient without the people making it? Like, the dolls are in charge?
If Eve 2 doesn't stop the Eve doll from being discontinued, all of the Eves will disappear. Or maybe not. Even the movie doesn't really seem sure what the stakes are.
If Eve is discontinued, all of us, you, me, all of the Eve dolls will no longer exist. Is that really how it's gonna happen? Shoot, I don't know. Nobody knows.
Okay, so maybe I'm not giving the movie some credit here. They do tell a serious story with Grace and her mom being in prison and kind of dealing with the fact that her mom never really raised her because she was running this company, which now she has to run herself. They don't really explain it for a long time, so I forget what exactly her mom was in prison for. Murder?
Change that channel and I will shank you.
Folks, this is the more adult life size. They realize that their audience has grown up, so they're not really aiming it toward young kids anymore. They're aiming it toward the crowd that watched the original one, which I think was a smart plan. That being said, there are some things in here I find a little questionable. Our main character calls some 12-year-olds thoughts?
Damn, those little thoughts.
She also invites a bunch of children to her house for a slumber party. Just all these kids go to this strange woman's house.
Okay.
Pro, this movie includes a large cast of people of color and several LGBT characters, including the main character who is bi, thus making it far more inclusive than a movie from the 90s on the Disney Channel could ever be. Con, they're very heavy-handed and bad at this.
There's been an entire movement that suggests that two women sitting on a powerful man's lap as he offers them gifts while shouting, ho, 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 ho.
I'm afraid your time's up.
Woke is woke. Love is love. We were real. That's what's up.
Love is love, Eve. Curvilicious Eve. Woke Eve.
Evequality.
All right, Phelan, I'm gonna show you something real quick.
And keep it 100, 24/7, 365.
Woke Eve.
Evequality.
Woke Eve.
Curvilicious Eve.
Woke is a joke.
Look, there's a girl dressed as Woke Eve, Phelan.
Characters included here are her token sassy friends. Yes, indeed, she has two. These characters are perhaps the most emblematic of one of the most hilarious parts of this movie, in that it's very try-hard. They really want to be cool. They really want you to think that Tyra and Friends are super cool. This is a really cool, hip, young movie. Hip, young movie.
Oh, M to the G.
Hashtag naughty list.
How proud are you that I didn't just break out into song when I said since she's been gone?
Shmammered. All cray.
Whatevs. So that's called sexting, not texting.
Damn. Very Met Ball 2021.
You look gorge. Mwah, mwah, stop.
It's all the rage.
Sorry, not sorry.
You didn't post on Instagram once today.
YouTube slime videos.
Badass boss lady.
He's perfection.
Hot.
That is hot AF.
He's hot.
Super hot.
He's so hot.
One of Grace's friends says that her mom has swagger.
Look at your mom. Girl, she had some swagger.
But we don't want people to think that this movie takes itself too seriously. There's plenty of self-aware references and callbacks to the first movie.
Dress me.
Undress me. Grace's doll is now life size.
I am rooting for you. We are all rooting for you. How dare you doubt yourself?
Remember when she yelled at that girl on Top Model for not crying enough?
Classic.
Look at these cool people at this cool party. Listen to this cool music. Which brings me to another prominent element in this film, bad musical montages. Hey, it's Christmas fun, set to the worst song in the world.
Hair conditioner, leaving, hair conditioner, leaving, hair conditioner, leaving, hair.
This is like a song that would be on RuPaul's Drag Race. This is a song a drag queen would do. I am extremely happy to report there are at least 3 renditions of Be a Star in this movie, one of which goes on after she stops singing. A ghost is doing it! Go flossing kid, go! And yes, there is a remix.
Dress me up, H to T, dance all night, club I'll be. Claim your name, fight them fights, Eve be with you day and night.
Cruising on the ocean in my yachty yachty. All the boys be loving on my bikini body. Special friend, yeah, we contour highlight blend and blend.
Shining bright, shining far, don't be shy. A star.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Even the coldest CEO can't resist that woke LGBT energy.
Claim your name, fight them fights, E be with you day and night.
Be my dad, be my dad. In the sweater, be the dad. And don't forget Buddy from work.
This movie has some looks. I love it, I love it, I love it so much. Give me that rainbow fuzzy jacket with the holographic stuff on. I love it. Candy cane jumpsuit. Mwah! Need it right now. By the way, Grace's company is going under, but she's gonna spend 12 grand on outfits for her Barbie? She got her a monogrammed robe. A monogrammed robe. Eve is not just here to look fabulous, she is here to inspire.
Freckles rock.
Oh man, kids around the nation were just thinking about what a girl power moment that was. So I really like that they made the main character bisexual in this, but still they had to include generic handsome white man romance? Which isn't to say that bisexual romances shouldn't be depicted with people of the opposite sex. I'm just saying that the guy's really boring.
I guess we're supposed to kiss or something?
I mean, just give us a chance to have 2 girls be really boring together, that's all I'm asking. Anyway, who cares? I gotta talk about this chef man. So there's a chef man that's introduced into this movie by complimenting Eve on her impressive order.
I had to come by and compliment you on your impressive order.
As chefs are wont to do. Thus begins the most romantic tale ever told. So he shows up for about 3 scenes, is totally uninvolved with the plot, doesn't even know that she's a doll. And in the very last scene, he says he wants to be with her forever. And she's like, all right, but I'm a doll. And he's like, yeah, haha, okay, sure. And then without telling him, no, seriously, I'm a doll, he is taken to doll hell forever.
I gotta go home to Sunnyvale.
Sunnyvale, that's in Arizona, right? Look, I'll go with you.
Without him actually knowing, just for clarity, this is doll hell. She's literally a doll. Maybe think a little bit about this decision before you head off to doll hell for an eternity. None of his family we'll ever know what happened to him. How many Christmases did they spend buying gifts, hoping that this is the year he came back? But it's okay because he loves it!
At least we have each other.
Aww. Eating plastic corn and staying in a dollhouse forever. Whoa, this is a fate I sure saw in my future. He's got that BDE, big doll energy. Why was he at a shareholders meeting in a chef's outfit?
Merry Christmas.
Feliz Navidad.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy holidays!
He died of starvation shortly after. Do I recommend Life Size 2? Hell yeah, I recommend Life Size 2! Is it as good as the first one? Well, not really, I'm not gonna lie. It is a little bit cringeworthy at some parts, but I think there's some enjoyment in that particular aspect of it. I did appreciate what they were going for. I'm glad that they went for a more adult audience and they understood who their target demographic was. I'm not sure it was entirely necessary, but that's the beauty of it. I'm so glad that this has come to fruition. Thank you, Tyra Banks. Truly, you are the master of disaster.
Oh, this is bad. Very bad. This is the most bad.
So check it out, guys. It's a good time.
Hi, new friends. I'm Eve. I'm a doll.
Wow. People don't usually introduce themselves like that, but okay.